Well, the 2022 governorship election in Ekiti State holds on Saturday, and the usual anxiety about election days come to the fore: insecurity, thuggery, and vote buying. Well, ahead of the exercise, stakeholders have been warned against vote buying and related anti-democratic practices that militate against our march to smooth democracy. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for once, has vowed to collaborate with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and security agencies to tackle vote buying and other election-related vices. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, Johnson Kokuma, has also said that the police is ready for any untoward situation. Well, we wish the electors in Ekiti State a happy time, but first let's look at all the issues around what could result in a smooth electoral process. Well, Judy, the day is just 24 hours away from now. Ekiti State will provide a great test for what we're going to do in 2023. But of course, the issue of vote buying is becoming an ugly phenomenon that's now holding back our electoral process. How did we get here?
Yeah, honestly, it will be dishonest to say it's only recently that politicians began to buy people's votes. But what is opposite, what is clearly the truth is that in recent times, politicians have taken the irresponsible behavior of inducing voters with money to giddy heights. In the 80s and the late 70s, yes, politicians would try to induce voters with money back then, but it was not very rampant. The pain that I feel has to do with the fact that it now looks inconceivable for us to do an election without politicians sharing money, without politicians sharing bills of cotton to women, without politicians even sharing foodstuff to people. You see, even Gary, sachets of Gary will be given to people. Sometimes, right on the queue on election day, brazenly, politicians and their agents and even security operatives will be giving people money to vote for particular candidates. I saw a video from somewhere in the Northeast where a politician gave money to a police officer, and that officer was sharing the money to people on the queue. Of course, the way our election cubicles are designed, you could use giraffe method to determine who somebody voted for. So what those thugs do, what those agents do, is to not just give you money, but monitor who you voted for. They are not just going to waste their money, they will monitor who you voted for. Because it's designed so it's not so high, the cubicle is not high enough, so they can sometimes see if they made up their minds to find out.
Follow.
Yes, they can sometimes see who you voted for. So it has literally come to stay. It has become part of the political culture here for people, for politicians to buy people's conscience on election day. And what started as the Bofunwako Sebe in Ondo State has now become a national phenomenon. And to the mortal shame of our country, this thing is getting worse. My main concern is not just that is happening, but it's getting worse. We have almost even legalized it. Because if we have not legalized it, by now, people should be scared of giving money to people on election day to vote for them. But how many people have we made examples of? And once you don't make examples of people who trample